years. Meantime, Pat Frank served our area for many years as a county commissioner, as well as the clerk of court, along with other positions. She was also once appointed as an ambassador by President Jimmy Carter, and today she shared her memories about that time with Jeff Patterson. Our reporter Jeff now joining us in Tampa at the court building, actually named in her honor. Jeff.
Good evening, Keith. Well, I am standing in front of the Pat Frank's court building, named as such because of her years of service to our community. And she says service is a word that defined President Jimmy Carter. Pat Frank met many important people in her lifetime, and one of her favorite encounters was with President Jimmy Carter.
I was very, very impressed with him.
She says their meetings were brief but impactful.
He was a servant to everybody. To the person who has the least or the person who has the most.
It's a lesson she carried with her throughout her political life.
We're civil servants when you go into the elected offices. The servant is the meaning of what we should be doing. And Jimmy Carter was the essence of that.
One of her favorite memories was a flight with President Carter on Air Force One.
The conversation wasn't deep, but yet it was revealing of what his priorities were.
At that time, the 89th Airlift Wing and Air Force One was under the command of Air Force General Larry Wright. General Wright personally flew President Carter on his last flight as president. To me, General Wright was my cousin Larry. Also a humble man who enjoyed his time with President Carter and his wife Rosalind. But Cousin Larry also ran a tight operation, and Pat Frank remembers her time on Air Force One.
That was the most luxurious thing that I've ever seen. I mean, we had everything we wanted. They had the best of the food, the best of the wine.
Unfortunately, General Wright, my cousin Larry, passed away recently, or he would have been an awesome addition to this story because of his memories of being with President Carter. I got a VIP tour of Air Force One when President Carter was in office. Unfortunately, President Carter was not on the aircraft at that time. Back to you guys.
Still, what a memory for you, Jeff. We heard many people sharing memories about being with President Carter today, and as you talked to Ms. Frank there, did she tell you like a favorite memory she had?
I think it was just her overall impression of just what a humble man President Carter was. He was obviously incredibly intelligent, very powerful, but she said he dedicated his life to serving all people, the richest among us and the poorest among us.
Jeff Patterson live in Tampa. Thank you.